Hi, my dear friends. This is Prabhat Sharma with you once again, highlighting the main points from Lesson 7 from a main course book, The First Flight. And the name of Lesson 7 is Glimpses of India. We were discussing the first part. Actually, there are three parts in this lesson. And the first itself is a baker from Goa. Okay, so to begin with the highlights of the main points of this lesson, Glimpses of India, Part 1, The Baker from Goa, English, The First Flight. And as I have told you, we are highlighting the main points. The Portuguese, the first point, the Portuguese loved eating various kinds of bread. They left Goa long back, yet the makers of these breads are still there. One can still see the infrastructure for making the bread. Second, the narrator describes the role of the baker when he interacted with the baker called padder. So in the olden times, the baker was called as padder by the Portuguese. Third, the baker came to while the day once in the morning and in the evening. After finishing his job in the evening, obviously. Fourth, the baker would strike his bamboo with a jingling thud to wake up the sleeping children. Fifth, the children would peep into the baker's basket for the bread bangles. Sixth, the servants of the houses would take the bread from him. Seventh, the bread had a specific role during the marriages which were incomplete without it. Eighth, Berlin has Berlin has a kind of bread was essential during Christmas and other festivals too. So it was among the festivities. Ninth, the baker wore a special knee-length frock. It was known as kabai. Already told you twice. Tenth, the baker wrote the count on the wall and came to collect the money at the end of every month. 11th, baking was a profitable profession. It could be judged from the physical appearance of the baker, who was plump and had a good physique. So, guys, what we have learned from here is about a baker from Goa. There are some important words which need to be taken care of. ट्रेडिशनल मीन्स कन्वेंशनल रीति रिवाज के हिसाब से. बेकर ऑब्वियसली यू ऑल नो वन हु मेक्स द ब्रेड. लोव्स मीन्स द पीसेस ऑफ ब्रेड, पाव रोटी. वैनिश मतलब टू डिसअपियर, गायब हो जाना, अदृश्य हो जाना. मोल्डर्स मतलब जो मोल्ड बनाते हैं, फफूंद बनाते, उसमें फर्मेंटेशन जरूरी है बैक्टीरिया के हिसाब से, आपके हिसाब से साइंस में पढ़ा है. फर्नेस मतलब ओवन होते हैं, भट्टियाँ होती है. एक्सटिंग्विश मतलब बुझाना, गया बुझाना, पुट आउट, सॉरी. thud and jingle. Here means falling sound of a thing coupled with musical sound. कुछ गिरने के साथ में कुछ आवाज आना, टक टक करने के साथ में उसमें कुछ शायद घुंघरू वगैरह लगाते होंगे. Heralding means announcing, घोषणा करना कोई चीज की. Profession here means occupation, पेशा. पैडर मतलब बेकर्स को पैडर कहा जाता था, बेकर जो पुर्तगीज के टाइम पर थे. स्टाफ मतलब यहाँ होता है स्टिक, डंडा, लाठी, लठ. बैंग्ड मतलब बीट विथ, स्ट्रक, ठोक ठोक की आवाज उत्पन्न करना. वर्टिकल गोइंग अप स्ट्रेट. पैराफेट मीन्स प्रोटेक्टिंग वॉल ऑन द रूफ. मुंडेर छत की दीवार को पैराफेट बोलते हैं. जी ओके, और भी बता देते हैं. पीप मतलब टू लुक इनटू, झांकना किसी के अंदर जबरदस्ती. फ्रेगनेंस मतलब स्मेल या सुगंध. फीस्ट मतलब ग्रैंड पार्टी, शानदार पार्टी इज नोन एज अ फीस्ट. चार्म मीन्स अट्रैक्शन या आकर्षण. एंगेजमेंट मतलब सगाई. एक्सक्यूज मी डियर गाइस. एब्सोल्युटली मीन्स फुली या कंप्लीटली. Peculiar मतलब strange in a particular or special manner, विचित्र या खास. Starved मतलब die out of hunger, भूख से मरने को starve करना कहते हैं. Prosperous मतलब समृद्धशाली, बहुत पैसे ऐसे हो रहे हैं. Progressive. Plump physique मतलब fat and fleshy body. Open testimony मतलब public statement of quality, गुण आदि का प्रमाण होना, खुला प्रमाण होना, ओपन सीक. जैकफ्रूट इज अ कटहल. एंड अपीयरेंस इज शोमैनशिप, दिखावा. कि वे दिखावा क्या करते हैं एक्चुअली, दैट इज द अपीयरेंस और शोमैनशिप. सो गैस
400 kilometers to the south of Mumbai. Though India got freedom in 1947, it remained under the Portuguese rule until 1961. In this lesson, a baker from Goa, the author recalls the days when he was a child and Goa was still under the Portuguese rule. The Portuguese were fond of breads. Now those eaters have left Goa. Today it has become a rich place. Goan restaurants and hotels are crowded with hi-fi people and fast food. But the maker of those breads are still there. The traditional baker still goes around the streets to sell his loaves. The author recalls how as a child he used to wait eagerly for the baker. The baker carried a basket with him. He also carried a bamboo stand with him. The thud and jingle of his bamboo announced his arrival. He would come with loaves for the elders and bread bangles for the children. The jingling thud of his bamboo woke the children up from their sleep. They would run to him for their favorite bread bangles and bowls. The author says that he still recalls the smell of those bangles. He would be so eager to eat them that he never cared to brush his teeth and wash his mouth. The author says humorously, the tiger never brushed his teeth. Hot tea could wash and clean up everything so nicely. The baker had a peculiar dress known as kabai. It was a single piece long frock reaching down to the knees. The bakers are called pader in Goa. The author always saw them wearing shirt and trousers. The trousers were longer than half pant and shorter than full pants. Therefore, even today, anyone in short trousers is called pader. The bakers came twice in a day. First, while going to sell the breads in the morning, and then in the evening with their empty baskets. The bakers collected their bills at the end of the month. Monthly accounts were recorded on the walls of the houses. The bakers are the inseparable part of Goan family. Especially their breads are very much important on important occasions or festivals. The marriage gifts are meaningless without the sweet bread named Bose. The lady of the house must prepare sandwiches on the occasion of her daughter's engagement. Some breads like cakes and bolinhas are must during Christmas and other festivals. In this way, the bakers and their breads are very important. Baking was a profitable business. The baker and his family never starved. Baker and his family always remained happy and prosperous. Their plum physique is the testimony of this fact. Even today, anyone with jackfruit-like appearance is compared with a baker.
So, guys, what we have learned till now and understood is how does the author remember the traditional bakers of Goa? But did he wait for the baker the maximum when he was a child? And what answer we got was the author resembles and remembers the traditional bakers of Goa with great interest. There are still the mixers, the molders, and the bakers in Goa. Old furnaces still exist. There is still fire in some furnaces. The jingle of the traditional baker's bamboo can still be heard in some places. These bakers are known as padar in Goa. The author saw the baker as friend, companion, and guide. The baker used to come twice a day. He had a basket on his head and a bamboo. The jingling sound of his bamboo woke up the author in his childhood. The author looked for bread bangles into the baker's basket. Sometimes it was sweet bread of special make. We also learned in this explanation till now how did the baker, known as Padar, announce his arrival. And the answer to this is the baker in the author's childhood days used to come twice a day. We have already mentioned more than once. In the morning, he came to sell the loaves of the bread. Again, he returned after emptying his huge basket. He would come again with the jang jang sound of a special bamboo stick. One hand supported the basket on his head, the other banged the bamboo on the ground. The baker would greet the lady of the house with good morning. He would place the basket on the vertical bamboo. The author and other children would peep into the basket. The baker would greet the lady of the house with good morning. So, the author and other children, as I have earlier told you, would peep into the basket. They would love the bread bangles. Sometimes it was sweet bread of special make. Then the question arises, the next one is, which we have gone through. What did the baker wear in those days? And how did he look? And what did the author estimate from his appearance? So the baker or the bread seller in those days had a peculiar dress. It was known as the kabai. It was a single-piece long frock reaching down to the knees. In the childhood days, the author saw the baker wearing a shirt and trousers. And these trousers were shorter than the full-length ones and longer than the half pants. The author estimated from the baker's appearance that he earned sufficiently. Baking was a profitable profession for them and during that time. So it was for them and then also. So the baker and his family never starved. He testified that he was rich due to that profession. And towards the end, what we have seen in the lesson that the author compares the baker with the jackfruit humorously. So that's all for today. Goodbye and good luck. Please take care of yourself, my dear students. Thank you and God bless you all. Take care of your health. Stay safe. Stay indoors.